Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Well, you know what time it is. It's time for the long-awaited yearly tradition of using my Thanksgiving leftovers in a sandwich. The sheets will look a little different today, and so will the dice rolling process. And in the end, hopefully we'll have a delicious sandwich made of Thanksgiving leftovers. I'm going to try something a little bit different this year and cast a spell right off the bat. I'm going to cast the first level spell Foresight, which lets me roll all the dice before starting to build the sandwich so that I can determine the ideal assembly process. Going all in on this one. And with that, let's get it started with our roll for bread. 4, rye. Rye bread is nice and hearty and should hold up to all the leftovers we're going to add to it. All right, rolling for 3 different leftovers. We've got turkey, stuffing, and roll 2. All right, here's our roll 2. Double ones, extra pumpkin pie. Turkey and stuffing are pretty standard fare for a post-Thanksgiving sandwich. The pumpkin pie has me a bit worried, though. Let's roll for cheese. 6, baked brie. Interesting. Well, we'll see how that goes. All right, time to hit it with some Turkey Day magic. 1, marshmallow bits, and 7, we're making it a melt. While seeing as we already have pumpkin pie on the list, why not add some marshmallows? Making it a melt is going to be interesting. I'm glad I get to plan ahead. And last but not least, it's the 2d8 sauces roll. 3, cranberry sauce, and 7, Kewpie mayo. Short of mustard and mayo, cranberry sauce and mayo is probably the best roll on the list. All right, we've got our recipe. Let's make the sandwich. All right, starting out with our rye bread, we're going to leave them untoasted since we are grilling the whole sandwich later. To that, we're going to add our layer of turkey. We've got white meat this year, cut slightly less thick than our bread. Next, we're going to come in and add a layer of stuffing. Our stuffing this year has mushrooms in it. Don't at me. Going to spread that out nice and evenly. Had just about enough stuffing left to make a sandwich. Before we start building the rest of our sandwich, we're going to hit this slice of bread with our Kewpie mayo. Probably should have added some to the other slice of bread before I started putting stuff down too, but that slice will get nice and buttery when we get to the melt stage. All right, now we're going to add the pumpkin pie. What we're going to do here is cut a nice sliver of it here and place it on our other slice of bread on top of our mayo. And since we had to have extra, we're going to do that twice. Oop. Hopefully that isn't so much pie and sweetness as to throw off the balance of the whole sandwich. Remember, we still got to add marshmallows. All right, next on top of our pie, we're going to come in with our cranberry sauce. And while this is a little sweet, it is much more tart, so I'm hoping that that will help balance out the pie. And then we're just going to sprinkle our marshmallow bits over the cranberry sauce. And none of them will go rolling, well, most of them will not go rolling off the sandwich because they will stick to the cranberry sauce. Now the only thing left is our baked brie. This may look a little rough. It's leftover, remember. It's brie cheese encased in pastry dough. It was a nice appetizer yesterday, but now it is cooled. It is no longer melted. So we are going to cut it into some slices here. And we are going to put a generous layer of our baked brie over both halves of our sandwich. Maybe a little less on the top half here. And then we are just about ready to head over to the stove. To my warm pan, I'm going to add some butter, making sure I've got the whole surface coated. And then I'm going to add both halves of our sandwich and a little water to create some steam. Cover it up to trap the steam inside. And about 8 minutes later, let's check. Yep, we've got some nicely melted brie. Our bread should be nice and toasty, so I think we're ready to try and close up this bad boy. All right, let's hold our breath and get it closed up. Success. Back over to the cutting board. Let's get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. That looks pretty good. If you're the kind of person who makes sure none of their Thanksgiving plate elements touch each other, this sandwich might not be for you, but I'm pretty excited for it. Let's taste it. Not the tidiest sandwich, but man, is this good. I was a little bit worried about the pie and the marshmallows, but the cranberry sauce is doing a ton of work to bring that in a less sweet direction. The warm stuffing kind of just holds everything in there together. It's like a big warm hug. The brightness of the cranberry sauce helping things not to be too heavy. And that brie, man, whew. If there was an MVP in this sandwich, it would be the brie. Holding things together, making it melty and savory. This is the easiest 10 I've ever given, and I'm going to call it seriously good. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you again next time.